My grandmother left me her house in her will. My entire family moved in while I was grieving and refused to leave. My grandmother left me her house in a will that was clear, legal, and witnessed. And within 3 weeks of her funeral, my aunt, 2 cousins, and my uncle's family had moved in across 4 bedrooms and changed the locks. And when I arrived with my copy of the will, they opened the door, looked at the document, and my aunt said calmly that the family had decided the house should remain a Sia family space and that my grandmother would have wanted that, and then she closed the door in my face. I want you to understand the specific experience of standing on the porch of a house left to you by someone you loved well. Relatives look through you like you're an inconvenience rather than the legal owner. My grandmother had raised me in that house for 4 years after my parents' divorce. It was not just property, it was the specific physical space where I had been kept safe during the most destabilizing period of my childhood. She had told me directly, multiple times, that she wanted me to have it. The will reflected her explicit intention. None of that mattered to the people who had moved their furniture in while I was processing my grief. I did not argue at the door. I called an attorney from the driveway and sent a formal notice of ownership and demand to vacate within 72 hours by registered mail that afternoon. They did not vacate. They hired their own attorney who filed a challenge, claiming the will had been executed under my undue influence. The standard accusation deployed. When people want to contest a document they simply dislike. My attorney responded with the complete history of the will's execution, the independent attorney who had drafted it, the capacity documentation, and the witness statements. The challenge collapsed in preliminary review. The court issued a formal removal order. My family did not leave voluntarily even after the order. The sheriff's enforcement visit was something I had not anticipated needing and will never fully describe. My aunt stood on the porch as they left and told me I had destroyed the family over a building. I told her the family had been destroyed the day they changed my locks. I moved in. The following week, I repainted the bedroom my grandmother had kept for me since I was 12. I put her photographs back on the walls they had been removed from. I stood in her kitchen the first morning and made coffee in her pot in the rage that had carried me through 4 months of legal process, settled into something quieter and more permanent, not peace exactly, but the specific satisfaction of someone who had refused to be moved from something.